Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm here with you because we're going to be doing this shadow box that came in this month's craft box. Now I'm actually doing this as part of the same stash with the lovely Michelle Dobby, so please do go and check out her YouTube channel, not YouTube channel, sorry, her Instagram, because she's not on YouTube even though she should be. So she chose the materials, and she said that she got this box and could we use this one for one of our weeks where we make the same thing using, well, we make something using the same stash. And I was like, definitely, I would love to do that. So that is what we're going to do. So we've got, just a reminder, we have some glass vials, and there is quite a few. Let me just pop that back in there. Please do excuse my nails. They have all finally started snapping, so yeah. So I haven't got any nail varnish or anything on because I'm giving them a break, and hopefully they will grow back very soon. Okay, so we have our shadow box, so in all the pieces, so we'll build that together. We've got some gorgeous flowers and leaves. We have some ephemera. We got two gorgeous, and they are absolutely stunning, paper pads. I mean, how beautiful is that? And then we've got this one as well, so we'll definitely be using them. For the bottles, we also got little stickers to put on them. And then we did get this stencil. We also got a couple of diplomas as well. And then the ribbon was what it was wrapped in. And then the last thing we got was all of these gorgeous little elements. Yeah, so that's what we're going to use. Can't remember what was in this bag actually. Yeah, never mind. Right, so these are all the bits that we are going to use. I'm just looking to see. There was nothing left in the box, so yeah, I can't actually remember what was in here. I think it was the little tin, which is absolutely gorgeous. Why isn't that staying on? Go and drop it. There we are. Much better. Right, so first thing we're going to do, let's just move that over ever so slightly. I get my craft knife out, is we want to get this stuck on. So and what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to, there's little joins where the joins are. I'm going to cut them there and then take these out so that they're ready. I'm not going to get rid of this chipboard though, because I can use it to create dimension on my cards, or we can use it for texture. So there's loads of different things that we can do with that, so you don't need to get rid of it. So yeah, okay. Not sure what I'm going to do just as of yet. So I think it's going to be where we just sort of wing it like I usually do. I think that I did another one of these. This one has little shelves in it though, but I did one of these last year, which I absolutely loved, and you all loved, so it's quite nice to do another one. Let's just hope we can make it as good as the last one. Well, I do hope so. So yeah, so like I said, I'm just cutting all of these tabs with my knife. But we did black gesso, and I really want to do black gesso again and use the Nouveau pastes that I've just bought. So I've got a video on that, on how you can use them and how they react with different things. And yeah, and I absolutely love them. I'm so glad that I got them. I just wish while they were on sale I got a lot more. So I think the next time they're on sale I will definitely be grabbing a lot more. Okay, so there's no instructions with how this goes together, but to me it's looking quite self-explanatory. Well, I'm saying I'm saying that, but yeah, I don't think, hang on, let's have a look. Right, so that is one of these ones. Yeah, so that will go in there. Right, so I am going to glue these on because I found that they do fall apart if you don't. So, and I think if I remember rightly, when I did the last one, or it might have actually been when I built my so it was before I started YouTube, I built a advent box, so it could be not that one. Do we have it? Yeah, so it might be from that. Right, so what we need to do is right, we need one in there, so I need to add all of these sort of bits and pieces while we can. Is that the right one? Actually, I don't think it is. Yeah, okay, so that needs to go. No, oh, this is really, none of the lines are sort of lining up, so I'm wondering if I've, no, because it goes that way. Oh no, it doesn't. Right, okay, see, I'm saying it was self-explanatory, but I haven't got a clue what I'm doing. Yeah, I really don't understand this, because that lines up with that and that. No, they must do. Right, they're the same, so they must go in here. They have to. It's all I can, yeah. Okay, let's just go with it, because like I say, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, and the chances are I'm probably going to end up leaving loads of bits off. So, okay, so we've got, we'll have a little one in here. So I'm not going to bother gluing them ones in just because they're already sort of in. There we go. And then we've got, so then we've got this one that goes there. So, yep. And we've got one that goes in there. So, there. Right, okay. Now, we need our side bits on. So we need these ones, which I am going to pop a touch of glue in, just for the simple reason as I really don't want this to fall apart, especially with the amount of trouble. Well, I'm not having much trouble, it's just I'm not being very good at putting it together. So let's pop that on, and while we're there, we want to pop that into there. So there's that bit. Yes, we've also, oh, I should have just looked at this. Oh well. Right, okay, let's do the same here. So again, just pop in just some glue on just along the sides, so that it does stay in place, because we really don't want this to come apart. So, okay. So there's that bit. Right, now we have two that go along the top, so let's get them on. And again, just pop it. Actually, I'll put the glue on here because I can get in better on here. So they go in there. That goes in there, and that just pops onto there like that. Come on, in you go. There we go. So that pops into there, and that pops into there. Right, last bit. So again, just pop in just a little bit of glue on, and then push everything into place. So it's quite solid once you've got it done. It is nice, and yeah. Right, okay, so I've got all of them in place. Right, now the last thing to put on is this. So between all of the lines, I am going to pop some glue. Again, this is just so that it doesn't break. And then once we've done this, see, I could have put some, what do you call it? some of the paper on the background, but I think what I'm going to do is piece some paper, so just cut it down to size, but have it a different background for each one, because I think that will be quite nice. But before I do that, I actually want to paint the whole thing black and give it a base, because like I said, I really want to use those Nouveau Mousses, because they are absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if I can get these in. There's them ones. So it's just making sure everything is nicely lined up. I'm knocking everything now. So just like that. That last bit, can we get that on? There we go. Okay, so that's it all put together. And then the last thing is we have this, and we also have this as well. So this is going to sit in there like that, and then this is going to keep us so that we can actually stand it up, which I think is a fab idea. So shut that in there, and then let's pop some glue just on the edges, because like I say, we do want this to stay put. And then let's pop it on, and then yeah, okay, so there we go, and then that helps it to stand up like that. Actually, do you know what, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put it on right at the last point, because my glue is all clogged up. Right, let's take that off. Okay, there we are. Yeah, so I'll put it on right at the last point, so we'll paint it black and do whatever it is that we do with the rest of it, because of the fact that this lays flat right now, so I'll be able to film the process quite nicely for you guys. So right, there we are. That is all put together and done. And then we have these bits which we can use in dimension and things, so yeah, none of it goes to waste. Okay, so I've just got my black gesso. I do need a paintbrush, so let's grab one. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to paint the full thing black and make it look really nice. So even though I know I'm going to be putting paper in the back of each of the sort of little shelves, I still want to paint it black, for the simple reason is that if we miss any, it'll just make it blend in so much better. Right, I'm going to have to get a smaller brush actually. Right, see if this one works, because I can't quite get in underneath that edge. There we go, that's much better. So you want to try and get everywhere, so a smaller paintbrush is actually a lot better to do, to use, and it gets in as well. So it'll take a bit longer, but we'll do it. So what I'm going to do is I'll go off camera and get this painted, and then once this is painted I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I have painted all of this black. So what I've also done is I've taken one of the sheets of papers and I've already cut it down, and then what I would like it to do is actually go around all of the edges and roughen them up before I stick them in. So I thought I'd just come back on and we'll stick these a bit in together. So actually I'm not sure of the sizes of what I've done on these. They are just over 2-inch square, so I'm just going to use my my glue. So this is just my art glitter glue, but I have a feeling I might be about run out. I did think there was some left, but yeah, it's not coming out, so I think this one's done. I think it's, oh no, there we are. I was just about to get a new one out then. So I'll leave that so it's upright. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to push that in there, and I'm hoping these are the right size. There we go. And then just pop it in like that. So there's our first one filled. So let's do it with the others as well. So I just love the torn edging. So I thought it'd be quite nice to sort of do that within this box, just to add some more interest to it. Okay, so again, let's pop our glue on. And then let's stick that in here. So I want to try and centre it as best as I can, because I know these are a bit smaller than the actual hole, but I don't mind. This paper actually, I chose it because it says Herbology, the use or study of herbal medicines, and I thought, how nice is that to use as like a little sentiment that's just sort of hidden in the background. So that's why I chose this paper. I have also picked out this paper, which we are going to fussy cut, and I have had a lady ask me if I had any tips on fussy cutting, so I thought, well, I'll do a bit of fussy cutting with you, and then I will show you how I fussy cut and any sort of tips that I have while I am fussy cutting. So yeah, so I thought we'd do that today as well. So yeah, so you'll have to let me know if it was useful or not. But I think I might try and do a separate video on different ways of fussy cutting. Well, different ways of how I fussy cut anyway, because there's a few different types. So whether I'm going to leave a border on or whether I'm not, or so just things like that really. If you can hear anything, it's just my daughter. She's playing with Lady, which we do not mind at all. So, okay. Right, I'm just going to finish this off. They're playing with the ball, which is so cute. Right, okay. So this is part of my Facebook challenge each week. So the lovely Michelle Dobby and I, each week we take the same materials and then we'll create something. So our lovely Michelle chose this box and I chose for us to do this, and that's what we do each week. So our lovely Michelle always chooses our products, which I think is fab and so fun as well. So yeah, do go and check that out. So it's going to be in the description box below her Instagram page, and also do head over to our Facebook group, because honestly it is full of inspiration and ideas, and everybody who is there is so lovely. And it's a really good community, and it's really helping get us all through this pandemic. So there we go. Not the straightest, but I do not mind. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm wanting to fussy cut these two corner edges out. So I'm just going to cut round. So one of the tips that I will give you is when you are fussy cutting, you want the least amount of paper possible. It makes life so much easier. So the less paper around the thing that you're cutting out, the better, because you'll find that when you've got a big piece and you're trying to go around, the paper can actually make you go off course. And then using the very back of my scissors, I use the back of my scissors because I have more control, and then I actually move the paper. So I move my scissors very, very slightly, but the majority of it is my is the paper. So I use the paper. If you are starting out, my one big tip would be to go slow. Don't rush it and take your time, and don't aim to be perfect, because you can never, well, I don't think you can. It's never going to be perfect. You're not going to have the same lines everywhere, or yeah, and it's going to be just like it is as if you used a dye, because it won't be. It's unique to you. But do always sort of try and go as slow as you can. And then if you, like, I've done this little bit too wide here, so I just go back to a point and then I start cutting again. So I'll just find a point where it was the right length and then go from there and cut again. So that's what I tend to normally do. So that is that done. And then what I thought is we could actually stick that one there and we can have this one up at the top. So yeah, so it's a good thing to go slow. The other thing is the bigger the image, the better it is as well. So the larger the image, the more control you'll have. The smaller the image, or the more intricate that the image is, then the more you will need to sort of concentrate. So if you're wanting to sort of practice at it, then I would say choose large floral papers and fussy cut them out, which is how I did it, to use onto cards, and practice with borders, practice without borders. And then you'll get a feel for it, and eventually it's just practice makes perfect, and eventually you will be able to actually yeah, fussy cut. But then it's just about taking your time. So that's my biggest one, is take your time, make sure you have the least amount of paper around the thing that you put fussy cut in, use the back bit of your scissors and move your paper while you're cutting. So I hope that has helped. Now I love this frame, but I also love that flower element, but I'll use that for another sort of, yeah. I'm really liking these books as well, these book pages. So what I'm going to do is fussy cut these out. I'm wondering whether or not we can sort of add that on to the bottom somewhere. Yeah, I like that. Right, so let's pop that on. So again, just using my glue to do it, and we're just going to stick that in there. Right, I'm not going to stick those floral elements on yet though, because what I'd like to do is decorate each of the little shelves first, and then we'll bring in these flowers. So here's my box of goodies. So definitely going to have to add some flowers. Let's have a look at the ephemera. So I love how they've sent the ephemera in a CD case. I think that's just that's brilliant. So we've got bottles, we've got maps, we've got skulls, masks, we have a hat, which I don't know if another mask, another skull. So I like these bottles. I quite like the idea of the bottle being, the only thing I'd say is I don't know if I like the blue to them. We do have a green. That might look nice. I might try that one. Black and white one. We've got frogs and toads. Oh, definitely going to have to use that. Or do I use the dragon? Right, so we're going to use them. I'm loving the fact that the bottles do have stickers, so let me take them out. Right, I'm also going to, have you seen how gorgeous is that packaging? That is just absolutely stunning, and you know what, would look really, really cool. Oh, see, I would probably just cut that off. You could use that as a large tag, so I think I'll do that with that. But I don't have, this has got the writing on. Oh, we do, we've got a different one there, so I'm loving that. Right, let's pop these bits aside. Oh, I don't want the, oh, might have a skull in. Or two. we'll pop the skulls in. Right, now let's have a look at the flowers. And then I think definitely going to have they've all been stuck down. Right, love that one. That's better actually, it's all better to be stuck down. Maybe that pink one and maybe that brown one. We have some leaves as well, so let's have a look. Maybe a couple of the green leaves, and let's bring in some of the orange leaves as well. So right, I'm going to try that. Yeah, okay, so let's pop them back in there so we don't lose them, because we don't want them to disappear. Right, okay, and then we have all of our little bottles. So we've got quite a few actually. Now I'm going to get my gel medium when I do stick them to it. Oh, and we also have our tin of trinkets as well, so I'm just going to tip that out there. We don't need them, we've got the bits that we're going to use out. So yeah, we have quite a few bits that we can definitely use there. Really like the dragon, and I really like the lady with the wings as well, but yeah, we'll see. Right, so these are the bits that I'm planning of using out of our box. So the first thing I'm going to do, now I am going to have to lift it up so that I can see it. Let me grab some, if I've got any gel medium. Okay, so I have some here. Hopefully it hasn't dried out. Let me grab, I'm going to just grab a, oh yeah, that's fine, we can work with that. Right, I'm just going to grab a lollipop stick. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to put this big one up there, but trying to think, can we put anything in it? Oh, what about, right, just move this light a second while I look up there. We have got, so I've got these, and let's have a look. I do have a load of beads as well. Right, move that back so it's not in the dark. And let's see what beads we have. Oh, what about these? So I've got some pearls as well, so that might work. So let's pop a couple of them in. And then let's pop some of these in as well. So I'm just going to do that. And then we can just have it. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I am going to glue this into place just so that we, it's not going to fall apart or come out and then we lose the beads. It's definitely not what we want. So stick that in there like that, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, actually I don't think I like those beads, so before it sticks, I should have checked it before I did that. Okay, put that in there a second. Right, I'm just going to go with the clear ones. There we go. Right, let's pop that back in, and then even if I don't think it goes, it's fine. So I'm thinking of having it just pushed up against there. Yeah, actually I really like that. So just going to put a nice blob there and a blob there, because that's where it's going to touch. And then make sure that we push it down. So there is our first vial, and then we do have that one, which I quite like in, but I do want it raised up, so let's move those beads because we're not going to use them. So I've kept these little bits that I have from when I was cutting out, because I thought we could use these as dimension for our pieces. So yeah, I thought it would be a good idea. So just going to cut up loads of shapes, and then we'll just keep going until until we've got the dimension we want. So yeah, I'm doing thinner bits because we've got the nozzle bit there, but like I say, I'm not sure, it's only thin. I do have actually some scrap card, which probably would have been better. So I'm just going to stick that on there and then stick that on there. So that's what we're going to do. So let's build these up. But I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 of them would be a good number. So yeah. So let's just keep going and let's see how, because like I said, I think it'll be nicer with the dimension of this rather than it being a flat on the background. And yeah, this is a good way as well to prevent lots of waste, because if you can get away without doing any waste at all, then yeah. So yeah, I think a bit more. I need to cut that bit down. Right, okay. So let's do 2 more layers, and I think that should be more than enough. So next bit. So yeah, but I must admit, I'm enjoying the fact that hardly any of my scraps now go into the bin, even the bits that you can't use. I know I was watching our lovely Julia the other day, and she started a new series which I think you should definitely check out. So she uses the leftover scrap bits from her projects each day. Oh, I like that. So she, even like little tiny bits like this, and what's left through the day, she then makes something using it, and nothing at all goes in the bin. She doesn't use it for like I've been using it, so she doesn't use it for like dimension or anything. She actually creates something for it, and I think that is such a cool idea. Right, I'm looking for, what am I looking for? I'm looking for that little tiny bottle, and I'm not sure where. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Found it. So I'm thinking can't put anything in there, so leave that empty. Right, I'm just going to pop a dollop of glue there. Oh, and then a dollop of glue there, and this one actually I'm going to put it in there, so just like that. So there's that one. I quite like the idea of this flower in there, and then maybe that flower just on there, and then this flower in here somehow. So I quite like that. I like the fact that the flowers are sort of dotted all over the place. Let's have a look. What else do we have? So we've got these. I love the idea of having, but what's going to annoy me is this. Have I got pokey tool? I don't like that white, so I just poked a hole in it, and then I'm just going to grab my scissors and we're going to cut it out, because like I said, it will just drive me around the bend otherwise. Right, so hopefully I'll be able to get it cut. It's tricky to start when you do it like a centre bit, especially something as small as this, but I would persevere just because I think it looks better than having that really bright white centre, especially when you've got something, when you're doing something like this. I think I'll leave that until we've put on some colouring, because what I'm thinking is we use the gold. 1 second. So I'm just grabbing all my Nuvo pastes that I have. So what I'm thinking is, I'm thinking maybe use the gold, which is, I've just seen it, there it is. So definitely using the gold, and maybe adding in, actually I'm thinking the copper. So yeah, so I'm going to use these two. So I'm going to stick these few bits in that I've decided that of what I want. Yeah, So just get a nice blob, and we're just going to stick it in just there. I quite like the idea of that. No, yeah, definitely the other side. So again, a nice blob. Right, I am going to cut the stamens off because they're just too big and bulky. And again, just putting plenty of this gel medium on. Now, gel medium is a glue that you can use for your mediums. So for like metal embellishments, your glass embellishments, things like that. And it just ensures that your project will work for, like, will stay together for quite a while. It's not going to break apart, which is awesome, because none of us want this to break apart. Right, because I don't really know what else I'm wanting to add, let's move these. I think now that I've got those bits in, I'm going to put some colour on. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I actually wanted to put some of these little stickers on, but I don't think I'm going to be able to now. I can on that one. Let me put that back, and then let's have a bigger one. Yeah, there we go. That looks much better. Right, okay, so I'm just going to grab a lollipop stick for each, and just take a bit out from each of them, and then it just prevents me from putting my, oh, look at that colour, how nice is that? It just helps prevent me putting my finger into it and risking it having, like, well, developing any mould like the Inca Golds do. Don't get me wrong, I love my Inca Golds, but I think I'm just loving how these mousses go on, and I've been told that they do last quite a while. So, but if they do dry out, then you can reactivate them with water, so it's all good. Loving that. Right, don't forget to do your sides. So yeah, because we want it all to match and look really good. Oh, I've got a little lady with me. Hi, lady. Stand away before you get any of it. There we go. So I had a box out with all of my plastic bags. She was looking in it, so I thought better put it away. Right. Oh, so I just need a bit more, because like I say, I am going around the sides of it, and I will be doing the back as well. Yeah, bit of glue there. I'm not sure how I've done that. So just there, but luckily my glues do dry clear, so that should be okay. I'm just thinking I could have done with probably a nice green. Right, okay. Oh, let's use it off the mat. So I was going to start using, just use my a glass mat when I do mixed media, but I love how it looks in the camera. So what I'm actually going to do is, oh, that's a lot. Well, I know what I can use. There's no wipes. But then I thought, actually, it looks so much better. We haven't got the glare from the lights. So I'm just going to keep turning it over. So one side will be for mixed media, and then the other side can be for when I do my card making videos on my paper craft. So yeah, okay, just wipe most of that off. There's way too much on that. Actually, let's see if we can just pop it on with, yeah, that looks nice. I'm loving how that's looking. Okay, so let me just clean that off so that we don't get bits everywhere. Right, okay, I'm going to come in now with the the copper, so this will give it some nice different tones. So I'm going to really get quite a lot actually. I want quite big blobs of it as well. So, and hopefully it will look good. So hope you're enjoying this. I'm enjoying making it. I love doing stuff like this. I just haven't done it for a while. But that's what I like about Craftbox. They always sort of, every now and again, they'll send you something so unexpected. And it's just so nice. I actually got my last shadow box from Craftbox, so, which was really nice. I'm loving, absolutely loving how that's looking. I mean, how cool is that? And then when we bring in these flowers, and we just put our flowers on there, I mean, doesn't that just look gorgeous when I can do it? So yeah, I'm loving that, absolutely loving it. So let's move that right. So again, let's not forget the side pieces, because we do want all of this to blend together nicely. I am going to have to get some more because we are running out. There we go. You don't have to use a lollipop stick or any sort of stick. If you can just go in with your finger with the Nuvo drops. But like I say, I think because my Inca Golds did go mouldy, I'm just a bit wary. But I think that's because I reacted it with water. I've never actually put my fingers in my Inca Golds, so yeah. Right, okay. We need it on there, so I think we'll have to get the gold out, because I've just realised we've got this lip that we can just to say see, so we really do need to make sure that that's done as well and it's not that stark black. Yeah, okay, let me just put a bit of the gold on there and make it all nice. There we are. Right, sorry I went a bit quiet there. Okay, I just want to put some of this copper on the back. So just a bit more. Oh, I think I'm going to have to come in with the baby wipe again as well. Just because it, as much as I like it, I think it's just too patchy. So that's a good thing about these is you can, although I'm thinking if we just, so if I sort of play between the two, I like the back looking nice. So I think it's a shame if we don't sort of have it where the both, like both front and back are done together. Yeah, I am liking that. And what I might do is actually come in with my cloth, so the rag that I have, and just give it a good buff up, and hopefully that'll spread any of the big clumps. So just a few more areas. So as you can see, I'm really just shoving it on, and you can totally tell because it's not sort of going, it's not really blending very well. So right, this is just a microfiber cloth that I got from Primark, I think it was, and you got quite a few. And all I'm doing is I've just, thought something fell out then, has it? No. Yeah, thought something dropped out. So where's my water actually? Where's my water spray? There. Let me just add some water onto this. Just because, like I said, I really want this to sort of blend. So it's trying, again, it's trying to see how far we can push these mousses, and yeah, that looks so much better. So it is blending it nicely, which is what we wanted. So yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. So that is so much better. much better. I like that now, really like that. Let's see if we can just buff this up. Yeah, because it seems to give it quite a nice shine if you sort of buff it up, which I quite like. Okay, right. Oh, loving that. I have just realised though, we do have this back bit, so I am going to need to do this bit. So let's do the same as what we've done. Oh, went over. Okay, and then this side. Okay, now for the copper. And the good thing about this is so soft and silky to work with. It's absolutely gorgeous. So we'll do that. Pop a bit on there, a bit on there. So I think I'm going to do the same thing with the rag as what we've just done, just because I want it to really just sort of stay in keeping with our out the back bit. I don't want it really to stand out too much. So, and I do need to be careful as well, because this is a very thin chipboard, so it's the delicate kind. So and obviously this is going to be the structure of our piece, and we don't want it to snap or break, otherwise we can't use it to hold our piece up, so because that would be silly. So as you can see the difference, I mean, it's so much better once we've got yeah, some water on it and we've sort of rubbed it in more. So yeah, loving that. Okay, and then we want to do this side. So again, just popping just a touch of water on, and then just blending all of them in together. And then that bit's done. Okay, so right, so there's that bit. So let's move that to the side because that's done. Right, let's bring this back. So the first thing I want to do is, I've just actually dropped something. Not quite sure what. No doubt I will find out when Lady decides she's going to grab it. So yeah, let's stick these on. So I do need my glue, so I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the glue along this edge, and then let's see where else it's going to go. So somewhere across there as well, because we do want it to stick really well. So that's going to just sit nicely on that corner like that, and then let's push it across. So there's the first bit done. Now let's do the same with this bit. So again, I'm making sure there's plenty of glue on, because we do want, and it's going to be around there somewhere, because we do want this to stay, we don't want it to come off. So there's that. Okay, yep. Right, I've just realised that I'm actually missing the wood chip elements from this box, so I'm not actually sure where I've put them. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Right, the dragon. Really love the idea of having this dragon. Actually, I quite liking that there. Actually, I don't want those leaves. Right, let me move these because we don't need them now. So let's have a look at what metal charms we had. Oh, we've got a Lucky Clover, which, yeah, I quite like that. So I'm going to pop that Lucky Clover just in here, just in that corner, like that. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do? Let's fill this up with bits. Some of these. Right, like that. I am going to, again, just pop some glue around. You don't really need to do it all the way around, but and pop that in because we want that to yeah, to stay. We don't want it to fall out. And then I'm going to put a label on, so just like that. And instead of putting it right at the back, we're actually going to pop this at the front. So I'm going to make sure that I've got plenty of gel medium on the base of this bottle, and then I'm going to just stick it in there somehow. So I am going to have to put it up like this. So do apologise. And then let's push that down. Right, you do need to take that excess up. Okay. There we go. Right, so there's that one. Okay, then let's have a look. What else have we got? What about, I quite like that in there. So I think this actually is ready to go in the bin. I've nearly used it all up. Right, I'll pop that in there like that. Okay. So there's that bit. And it really is just a matter of seeing what is about. Yeah, I think we'll pop a spider in there as well. Hate spiders. Absolutely hate them. Scare the life out of me, they do. Okay, so there's that. I feel like we need something in there, but I'm not sure sort of what yet. Oh, I do like the key. What about the key? Yeah. So let's have the key as well. So just tapping it on because we don't want it to sort of leak everywhere. I'm just going to pop that there. So near the flower like that. Now I've only got 2 of the bigger bottles left, but I am liking the idea of having the dragon on. Either that, or we could have Our Lady with wings, which also looks really cool. I'm heading towards the dragon. We also have these little skulls as well, which I quite like. So we could sort of pop them just sort of there like that. Oh, I like that. Right, so we're going to stick with that. Just going to use my normal glue for this. I'll just put it all over so I know that it's going to be stuck quite nicely. Do the same with this. Okay, and then let's tuck that under there so it looks like it's peeking out. And then my thought was to use, do we use the dragon or not? I really like that dragon. What about if it's in the centre? I do like it. I really want to use it. Yeah, I really want to use it. What else do we have? We've got this shell that could go, which is a nice big shell. So might pop that in there. Yeah, I think I will. So again, I'm going to need a generous amount of gel medium on this because it is got like it's all domed at the back. So we do want this to be able to actually stick. So right, okay, and then let's pop that there like that. So there's that bit. Some something needs to go there. There's something missing, and I can't sort of see what could go. No, don't like that idea. See, I don't want it to be another bottle either, because the only bottles I have are the bigger ones. I do have some more. Actually, you can't even see that little one. So what about if I just move that and put that in that corner, and you know what, that's what I'm going to do. That makes a massive difference. So let me just pop some more gel on there, and then let's stick that just in there like that. Oh, there goes my phone. Okay, yeah, oh, I love that. Now to add the dragon or not to add the dragon, that is the question. I love that dragon, but then we're hiding all of that. I don't think we need it, do we? I think I just want to add it because I really like it. I think that's basically it. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love it. The only thing we don't have, don't actually have a, what's the word, a sentiment or anything, because I don't know what I've done with my other bits and pieces. So what about, I'm just seeing if there's anything I can sort of cut off that, but I don't really want to. Let's have a look on this one. It's the same thing, but tea stained. No, so I don't want to add that. I don't think, I know we don't have anything in that. Green Magic paper pad craft box. I don't think there's any writing in this one either that we can sort of fussy cut out for a sentiment. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually use, I'm going to use the packaging. So on this packaging, we actually have at the top, it says Herbology specimens. So I'm just going to, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use that as my title for this. So, and then there goes the tin. And then I would, yeah, I think that once I've done this, I think we are finished. But I think it's the perfect title to go with this. So I actually need a little bit more of that. There we go. And then, and this side. Okay. Oh, there it is. Right. And then what I'm thinking is we have that just along there like that. Yeah, I quite like that. Right, however, let us bring in, I'm going to bring in my gathered twigs, and I'm going to actually darken it off because yeah, it's a bit too bright. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna actually do these as well, so it's just slightly, so yeah. So it looks like they've been there for years. And then that, yeah, perfect. Okay, right. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue again. Make sure we've got plenty on. Okay, and then let's stick that there. I think that sentiment actually suits it perfectly. So, I think that is us finished. Where did that go? Okay, right, let's pop all these back in because we don't actually need them now. Oh, we do have a little owl. We do have a little owl. Can we go away? We're just putting a little owl on. I love my owls. No, we'll use it for something else. Right, where's the lid? Right, okay, so let me move these bits as well, and these bits. And that, trying to tidy up just a touch so that we can see it properly in the camera without everything being around. And basically as well, oh, we do have a small, yeah. And basically so we don't lose everything, because I know what I'm like. So that is it. That is our make for today. How gorgeous is that? I absolutely love it. So do go over to the Facebook group. Like I say, it will be in the description box below, and do check out our lovely Dobby, Michelle Dobby's Instagram page. I said Dobby first because her Instagram is Dobby Michelle. Right, I'll sort that out in a bit. But yeah, do go and check that out. The link is in the description box where she'll have made hers. How gorgeous is that? And it's actually a lot quicker. It's come up really nice, and it's been quicker than I thought. And we haven't really done much to it except just put placements in, done a bit of fussy cutting, but how gorgeous. I love that. I really love that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Also, please do come over and to the Facebook group and get lots of inspiration from all of our lovely members. We do have male and female members, and they are all fab and got lots to offer. So please do come over and join us there. And also please do go over and check out our lovely Michelle's stuff. But until next time, happy crafting. Bye.